Let me to read the problem. A straight line AB is 80 mm long. It is 30° to HP. The front view is 56 mm long. End A is 20 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. Draw the projections and find the inclination to VP. So this is what the question given here. Let me to write down the given data first. So just read the words one by your own and you can mark the given data. The straight line AB 80 mm long. The line length is given as 80 mm. The name of the line is AB. It is 30° to HP. 30° to HP. Then by which notation you can mark this 30°? It is inclined to HP. So you can use theta. Theta is 30°. 30° to HP. The front view is 56 mm long. See the line own length, true length is given as 80 mm in the first word. Now once again we are having a length related data, that is the front view is 65 mm long. This is nothing but the front view length. Okay, FVL. The front view of the line measures 56 mm. 56 mm. End A is 20 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. The locus data, that is the location of the point A, the terminal A, with respect to the horizontal plane and vertical plane is also given as 20 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. Draw the projections and find the inclination to VP, that is phi you need to find out, and you need to draw the front view, top view and all other lines and angles you need to show in the front view and the top view area. In the case of double inclination straight lines line problems, the front view contains 3 lines, the top view also going to contain 3 lines. In addition, 4 angles. In front view area, theta and alpha. In top view area, phi and beta. So these things you have to furnish in the answer area based by using the data given in the question. So let's start our work. First, you need to draw the XY line, and once again I am insisting the basic template for the double inclination straight line question is which is drawn in the last class in the board is still here. Why I am still maintaining it here? Because now also I am going to use the same. There is no change in the template in the case of double inclination straight line problems. So let me start the answer. First I needed to draw the XY line. Yes. And which is the data very first we needed to use? The locus related data. So here the terminal A's location with respect to HP and VP are given as 20 mm above HP. 20 mm above HP. So from XY, measure 20 mm above XY. And draw a line which is nothing but the locus of point A in the front view area. This is nothing but locus of A in front view, which is 20 mm above XY line. And the same time, the end A is 10 mm in front of VP. So you need to measure 10 mm in the top view area from XY in order to locate the locus of A in the top view 10 mm below XY. This is nothing but locus of A in the top view. Immediately you can mark the point A. in both front and top views. This is nothing but our A dash, and that is A. Okay. And what are the other data given? I just used this data and that data. And the original length of the line 80 mm is given, and the angle of inclination of that 80 mm true length line with respect to HP is given as 30 degree, and the front view length is given as 56 mm. And see here, 56 mm is the length of the front view length line. Front view length line. Where the front view length line is going to be located in this environment, just look over the basic template where you can find the front view length line. Here it is. Here it is. FVL. The FVL is nothing but by our consideration, it is front view length line to be located in the front view area. Perfectly, it should be parallel to the XY line. Okay. So here it is 56 mm length. So here I need to locate. I am just referring this template. Okay. I am with reference to that template, I need to locate the 56 mm length front view length line in the locus of A in front view area. You need not to mark it with the HB pencil. Just measure and mark B1 dash. That is enough because it's not our final answer. So here I am marking B1 dash. Okay, B1 dash. Immediately after that, you need to draw the projector for the B1 dash. Right. I just used FVL 56 mm. If possible, mark the dimension. See, sometimes in the case of straight line problems, it is not possible to follow the dimension norms. That is, basically, we mark the dimension for a straight line and maintain the gap between the dimension line and the object line approximately 10 mm, minimum 10 mm. Okay, but this time in this complicated availability of the surface, you can maintain some lesser distance. That's not a problem. Okay, and that data also I just used. And the next data is AB 80, that is true length of the line is 80 and angle of inclination theta 30 degree, where you can use this true length and true inclination theta. Just look over the template where I can find the theta. Here I can find. Here is theta. At the same time, the theta can be used along with the true length only. The true length is also given 80 mm. So with the 80 mm length and 30 degree theta, you can draw a line in the front view area, not in the top view area, because theta is with respect to HP. So that should be reflected in the front view area. So from this A dash, you can draw a line with the 80 mm length and 30 degree inclination. Measure 30 degree. With the 80 mm length, you can draw a line. This angle of inclination is 30 degree. Theta. With the 80 mm length, I just drawn a line. Let me to mark the dimensions. Use your drafter for marking the dimensions. Okay. Again and again, I am insisting because the worst dimension will spoil the appearance of the drawing, and sometimes the answer may leads to wrong. So here one terminal is formed. That terminal can be named as B2 dash because already I have marked B1. So you need to mark B2 dash. Immediately after that, you can draw the locus of the particular end B in the front view area. Sorry. So this is nothing but locus of B in the front view area. Meantime, you need to draw the projector of the same point towards the top view area. So I just produced the things what are all given in the question. I used the true length, true inclination with HP theta, and I marked the front view length 56 mm in its exact location, and the projectors of B1 dash and B2 dash are also drawn. So up to this point, I used all the given data. Now I have to think what will be the next step in order to bring out the remaining lines and angles in the answer. Okay. So just think of it. Is there is any possibility to go for the next step? Just refer to the pairs of the available lines. Actually, now we are provided with two lines. Okay, the true length in front view and the front view length. These two lines are now in our hand, and just search for locating the pairs of these two lines. For example, the true length in front view, that is TLF, its pair is top view length. Is it possible to mark the top view length line? Yes, here. Actually, the top view length line TVL is nothing but that one. This is marked in the top view area perfectly parallel to XY and in the locus of A. Okay, here in the top view area, locus of A parallel to XY, you can mark the pair of B2 dash, that is B2 here, and this A B2 is nothing but your top view length line. Okay, top view length line. Right. Any other findings you can have? You have one more line, front view length line, A dash B1 dash, which is this one, A dash B1 dash. Who is the pair of that particular line? The pair of front view length line is nothing but the true length in top view. That is this one, true length in top view. Along with the phi, you can mark. Along with the phi, you can mark. But unfortunately, you are not provided with the angle phi. You are not provided with the angle phi. But you have the true length. That is 80 mm. The true length 80 mm. That is the length of this true length line is given as 80 mm. We have that 80 mm length, and in addition we are having the projector. Here you see the projector is there. B1 dash projector is there. In that only we can mark the B1. That B1 can be marked 80 mm apart from the A. Once you cut the arc from A with 80 mm length in the projector of B1, you can mark the B1, and at the same time you can draw the true length line in the top view. So just do it. Simply by using my compass, just measure the true length in our compass. 80 mm. I just measured it. From the point A, cut an arc in the projector of B1 dash. I think it is visible to you. Yes. Here I just cut the arc. So this point will give you the location of B1. Okay. It's pair, actually the pair of B1 dash. It's B1. And immediately you can draw the true length line in the top view. This one. The same time you can draw the locus of B in the top view. locus of B in the top view. The question is actually to find the angle phi. Angle phi is nothing but the angle of inclination of the true length with respect to the VP. Okay, so here you can find the phi. Now I am having that true length line. Just I drawn the true length line in the top view. Phi is nothing but the angle of inclination between the true length line in the top view and the XY line. Just measure it. This is also a part of your answer. For me, it is 48 degree. Your answer may differ when you draw these things with two dimensions. And what all the next to do is to draw the front view and the top view. Once you complete the drawing of front view and the top view, the answer is over. Already you are provided with the front view length line A dash B1 dash and the top view length line A B2. Now by using your compass, just rotate the particular terminals to their respective locus and complete the drawing of front view and top view. Let me do that. Make A dash as center and B1 dash as radius and move that B1 to its locus B here. At this point is nothing but B dash, final B dash. In the same way, make A as center, B2 as radius, rotate it and mark it in the locus of B. And this is nothing but our point B, final B. Okay. First, you need to draw the front view and the top view. That is nothing but join A dash B dash and AB with the HB pencil. It is A dash B dash. This is AB. This is your front view and top view. And don't forget to draw the projector from B dash. If you draw the projector from B dash, definitely this will intersect with the point B. If it is happen, your answer is right. Otherwise, you did some mistakes in somewhere. Okay, you can check whether you drawn a correct answer or not. When your B dash and B are connected with the same projector, then your answer is perfectly correct. So we just completed our job. We brought out the 3 lines in front view area and 3 lines in the top view area, 4 angles in the front view area and 2 angles in the front view area and 2 angles in the top view area. And the angle alpha and beta are yet to mark. You can mark them. Just first measure the alpha. Alpha is nothing but the angle of inclination between the front view and the XY line. For me, it is measures 44 degree. Alpha 44 degree. And beta is nothing but the angle of inclination between the top view and XY line. For me, it is actually 60 degree. The beta is 60 degree. The job is over. Just you can see the appearance of the answer. It is very same to the previous problem. The actual template is followed here. The relation between each and every pairs are perfectly maintained. The true length in front view is paired with top view length. The true length in top view line paired with front view length line. And finally, front view and the top view are the third pair. And the remaining angles are also marked. So in the question they have asked exclusively about the angle phi. So you need to write down after the just below your answer as the true inclination with VP phi is equal to 48 degree. In this way, you have to exclusively provide your answer in words because it is asked in the question separately. Okay. So this is all about this question. Any doubt within that? The next question is, one end S of a line SR 70 mm long is in both HP and VP. The sentence is, one end S of a line SR 70 mm long is in both HP and VP. The line is inclined at 40 degree to HP and 35 degree to VP. The angles are openly given. It's a very simple problem actually. Draw the projections. So this is what the question. Let me to mark the given data. One end S of a line SR 70 mm. That is, the length of the line is 70 mm and the name of the line is SR. Okay. And the end S is in both HP and VP. See here, the location of the end S is not given with any distance with respect to HP or VP, above HP, in front of VP. In this way, there is no distance is given. Instead of that, it's clearly mentioned that point S, that is the end S, is in both HP and VP. So where the end S can be there? If a point is in both HP and VP, where you can locate it? Exactly in the reference line. Then only we can say that particular element is in both HP and VP. In the very formal, we studied the projection of points chapter. So in the HP and VP, if a point is in the reference line, you can't say it's a quadrant also. Whether it is in the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, or fourth quadrant, nothing we can say. This may be in any quadrant, but it is in the reference line. If it is in the reference line, then you can't say whether it is in HP or VP. Okay. So that point is in both HP and VP if it is located in the reference line. So in this way, in the current problem, SR 70 mm length line having its end S in the reference line. It's contained in both HP and VP. In this way, you have to note it. So S location is given in words, and the line is inclined at 40 degree to HP, theta 40 degree, and 35 degree to VP, phi 35 degree. So these are all the given data. So you need to draw the front and top views of the line. So let me do. There is no twist in the answer. Directly the true length and the true inclinations are given. So you can draw it like your template without any cross thinking or complex considerations. Simply you can draw the answer. First you need to draw the XY line. And the very first data you can use in the answer is locus related data. But there is no data like that given in the problem. But you can have a hint. The end S is in both HP and VP. So you can declare that the end S in the reference line. If a point is in the reference line, then if you see it from the front, where you can locate it? In the XY line. Here I can locate S dash. S dash, and where you can locate the S in the same point. So simply S comma S dash. There's nothing but the things you can see in the front view. And the line length is 70 mm. Its inclination with the HP is 40 degree. So what you can do is with the 70 mm length and 40 degree inclination, you can draw an inclined line in the front view area. With 40 degree inclination to HP, with 70 mm length. Okay, it's nothing but true length in the front view area. The angle is theta, it is 40 degree. This end is nothing but R1 dash. Okay, R1 dash. Immediately you can draw the locus and projector for that end. This is the locus of R in the front view, and you can draw the projector. Right. And where to mark the R1? Where to mark the R1? See, this line is nothing but your true length in front view, TLF, along with theta. Along with theta. Its pair should be marked as top view length line in the top view area, exclusively in the locus of S in the top view area. See here. This pair is nothing but shown clearly in that simple drawing. It is TLF along with theta, and the TLF's pair is TVL, which is placed in the top view area. Not only in the top view area, in the locus of the particular starting point. In this problem, there is no separate locus for S in the top view area. The XY line itself acting as the locus of S in both front and top views. Okay, the reference line XY itself acting as the locus of the point S in both front view and top view. So at that time, where you can mark the R1 is, here you can mark the R1. R1. Okay, this S1, SR1 is nothing but your top view length line. Top view length line. Just leave this pair. Next, you can use the true length and a true inclination with VP. That is 70 mm length, 35 degree inclination to VP. First mark this. Make S dash as origin. From this you can measure 35 degree. Now I am going to draw the true length in top view along with the angle 5. This line I am going to draw. Okay, true length in top view along with 5 I am going to draw. I just marked the angle 35 degree, and from this S, here it is R2. It is R2. Immediately you can draw the locus of R in the top view area. And a projector of R2 in order to mark the R2 dash. Since the angles are with very small difference, these two projectors are very close to each other. So maybe in order to avoid confusion, this point is formerly R1 and that point is nothing but R2 dash. Okay, it is R2 dash. The projector drawn from R2 hitting XY here, it is R2 dash. So this angle is nothing but 35 degree. It is actually 35 degree. Okay. And we just brought out the two pairs, true length in front view and TVL, true length in top view TLT and FVL. These things we just brought out. See here, S dash R1 dash is true length in front view along with theta. Its pair is top view length, which is SR1. SR1. And true length in top view is SR2. S R2. This point is nothing but S and S dash. Okay. S R2 is true length in top view TLT along with the inclination phi 35 degree, and S dash R2 dash is nothing but front view length. This one, front view length. We just brought out the two pairs, and the remaining pairs are front view and the top view only. Use the front view length line to cut the arc in the particular locus to find out the front view. Use your compass, make S a center. The front view length is nothing but S dash R2 dash is the front view length. S dash R2 dash is front view length. So from that, draw the arc. Let the arc cut the locus of R in the front view area. Here you can mark the final R. The final R. At the same time, again make the same S as center and S R1 as the radius. That is the top view length. And cut the arc in the locus of R. Here you can mark the final R. Final R. Now you need to connect S dash R dash. Sorry, it is actually R dash. S dash R dash and S R. Okay, and if you draw the projector from R dash, this will reach R. Okay, so this is nothing but the answer for this problem, and you can measure the angle alpha and beta also. The angle alpha is actually 53 degree for me. Alpha is nothing but angle of inclination between the front view and the XY line. And the angle beta is nothing but angle of inclination between the top view and the XY line. It is actually 48 degree for me. I just measured and marked. Nothing you need to find out and mention exclusively in this question because nothing is asked like that. So this is nothing but an answer. We just found out the 6 lines and 4 angles in the answer area. So that's enough. So actually for the last few classes we discussed